Alright, welcome back. So we're going to try to get ourselves a group here. We're going to try to do something probably under 10. Like I said, I don't want to deal with the Awakened Affix. With my gear, I could very, very easily tank 15 pluses. Probably up to 20s. Uh, but I don't want to. It's stressful. I don't need to. This late in the expansion, waiting for Shadowlands, we don't really need the gear. This is more just while we're biding our time. So, dungeons, find a group. No, we don't want a 10. 7's a little low. Tank and heal. Toldagar. I can do Toldagar. With my IO and my gear level, I should be accepted fairly quickly by some of these groups. 10 or 9 Toldagar. What's going on with Toldagar? There we go. Alright, on our way to Toldagar. And we'll set our...
Help! These little ones have taken our scrolls and turned themselves
Wow,
into
I actually have
beasts
a good amount of
and
health.
have this
I
spelling
don't
scrolls.
care. Jeez, man. Oh my god. I'm gonna be happy to be away from these turtles. We'll set our
Speak up!
transmog once we get there. Actually, we'll do it as soon as we land here. We still need a 5th party member, but I'm pretty sure that's just a DPS, which should happen almost instantly. But we can transmog real quick. One of the things about transmog is you can save sets, but it's not working.
Farewell, friend
Let
of the
me
Brummels.
reload my UI here. That fixed it last time I tried to do this. See if it does it this time.
I have just the thing.
Yeah, there you go. So I've got a bunch of preset stuff, so I don't have to go piece by piece and try to make a really cool looking set. I can just kind of go through this stuff. And it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Fine, we'll just set this, and we will set this to Mark of the Bleeding Hollow. Yeah, okay, Mark of the Bleeding Hollow. Boom. I do not like to have cloak shown. Turn that off. Why?
Good fortune to all friends of the Brummels. I have many, many wares.
Make sure we're repaired.
May your feet find good trails.
Yeah, will look good enough. Let's fly on over. This is where Toldagar is. I can't believe we're not... Oh. I wonder if he knows we're not in queue. Oh. I'm guessing the last DPS is a friend of his. That's fine. Like I said, we way out gear an 8 Toldagar. Way out gear it, so this should be pretty darn easy. And we're going to set this as our mount instead of random flying mounts because it matches our transmog, and that's what matters. So when we mount inside the instance, everything's gonna match because we want to look pretty. I don't think I have tomes even if I wanted to switch. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we won't worry about it. Another ability I forgot to mention in the last video, I apologize, is Throwglaive. It doesn't do that much damage, it's not the most robust spell in the world, but it is a ranged spell, so if you need to pull something, if you need to pull aggro from around a corner or whatnot, you can throw your glaive at it. It's kind of just like having a bow and arrow or a gun as a tank warrior, you know, just something to pull stuff with. It's also, like I said, it doesn't do much damage, but if you're forced out of an area, if you're DPSing something on Havoc or Vengeance, and you're DPSing, you're doing whatever, and for some reason you have to leave the area because of a spell or area of effect or whatnot, but you still want to, you know, do whatever cheeky damage you can jump out and just throw your glaive in there, just to clip a couple targets and do a little bit more damage. It's not all that much, doesn't really matter, but it's something to do. Also, just being a demon hunter, if you didn't already know, we do have a double jump, and we have a glide. We are the most mobile class in the entire game. Not one of, the most mobile class. Especially if you're Havoc. If you're Havoc, it's absolutely insane. I mean, your mastery itself increases run speed, but we're not going to get into that. Are they close? Yes. Priest is almost here. He's in Desire Lore, so I'll start summoning him. So when the priest gets here, she can click my thing, and he'll be summoned. Current loot choices, damage. Do I care? Not really. So boom. These entire guys sound. He's still at this. Summon him. And the rogue, yeah, the rogue's right there. Alright. That should be everybody. And also, since we're not doing the Awaken affix, I don't have to worry about specialized pulls to get enough of the enemy forces that we'll need once we start up the Mythic. Do I see a thing? This is not on Mythic, is it? No, it's on Heroic. I may as well eat while we're out here. Versatility food is great for damage, for Havoc, and Vengeance. So that's kind of nice. And usually, yeah, wait. I carry a stamina flask for myself. I usually like to use them on tank specs, but it's actually not the preferred thing. You actually want to use DPS flasks on all tanks. Unless you drastically need the health. And if you drastically need the health, then you might not. You probably shouldn't be tanking high-end mythics, anyways. So
our
pop
target
food,
is being
pop our
held
flask.
within Toll the Gore. A recent escape has incited chaos in the lower levels of the prison.
I just have to remember, because my silencing sigil used to be 5. I just have to remember that I moved
Make
it
your
up
way
there.
to the top floor.
Yes, I am
This
ready.
here can be found.
Get
Relieve him of his
Bell
keys.
saber.
Secure our
So yeah,
asset
if you're
and
doing the Awaken
slay
affix, you gotta
anyone.
like
Our
pull
target
everything in
is
here
being held
to get enough for
within
enemy
Toll
forces,
the
because you're
Gore.
gonna be skipping stuff. But because we're
A
not skipping
recent
stuff, because we're
escape
not
has
doing
incited
Awakened,
chaos in the
I
lower
don't have to.
levels of the prison, which
So I can
we
literally
can
just
use to
avoid
our
all of it.
advantage.
There
Make
is
your
one
way to the
small
top floor,
group of mobs that
where
you
the
need to pull
overseer
before the
can be
boss,
found.
which is right
Relieve him of his keys. Secure our asset.
here.
And slay anyone who's standing there high.
Let's see if they get the... Hey, look at that, they're pretty good. Our guy's got the exploding orbs. Yeah, took almost no damage. Everybody cool, everybody here. Here we go. So this boss here is pretty easy, but he does have some mechanics you gotta look out for, especially if you're DPS. If you're a tank, there's not really much you gotta look out for. We're gonna pop our trinket and get some shielding going. Oh man, I gotta get used to not popping my demon spikes all the time. So he'll disappear, and now he's gonna erupt under somebody randomly.
Beware. Beware.
Also, he summons ads. They're small, they don't do much damage, but they are here. So it is nice if you can make sure you have Spell Devastation is ready. Breathe all over him. He also does this movement thing, winds, where he pushes you around, which is bad because these orb things here will stun you and do a little bit of damage. If you're in a high mythic key, it's really, really dangerous because if you get stunned in the middle of damage and in a bad place, yeah, it can be the end of your run immediately. So yeah, see right here, I'm in the middle of 3 of them, or 4 of them. I gotta be real careful here. They do go away after some time. I am almost dead. I'm gonna pop our big cooldown. Oh, that's because everybody else is dead. Luckily, I'm a big bad tank, and I can handle a lot of this on my own. Yep, I'm the only one left alive. I got this. I got this. We'll even pop a potion, even though we don't really need it. Beware. and got him. And everybody's back. Grab them up. So the more mobs you pull with the exploding orbs thing, when that's a thing on Mythics, the more mobs you pull, the more chance you have to spawn those orbs. Whoa, we have a rogue. We can take the shortcut because he can pick the locks.
Explain to me
That's always
why
nice.
you haven't flooded the lower levels and drowned these squabbling rats.
So as I ran over here, as I leaped, I taunted this dude in midair, so that I was guaranteed I'd have to hit the ground and hopefully grab aggro. I knew I instantly had him because as I leapt, I taunted him. Just a little tip trick thing. Okay, we're gonna build up. We have to build up a station. We're gonna breathe all over these guys. So yeah, this is basically it. You just spam these buttons, and like I said, because the rotation is so simple and you can just spam these buttons, you can really keep an eye out on other things. Which I should have on the first fight. I didn't realize everybody was dead. That was my bad. Did you pull? No. We're gonna silence, because that guy's gonna try to cast. They got it. I was gonna say that orb's gonna go off. They're not careful. Yep. See, they split up. I was like, nope. Now I'm gonna fear them. I don't remember them casting, but I don't want them to anyways. Taunt this guy because I pulled him for some reason. I don't need to use Spell Devastation. These guys are going to be dead momentarily. You see the bolstering effect? That's the affix this week. That's why everything's got to kind of die at the same time, because the more mobs that die around mobs, they bolster the ones that are left. So if you have one that's high health, by the end. So these guys do this watery dome stuff. As Blood Elf, you can dispel all of it. Very nice. But anyways, they bolster mobs, so you want every mob low, so even if they get tons of bolstering, they are already low health. So again, taunted that guy in midair as I jumped. Uh-oh. Oh. Thought I was getting disconnected there. Silence them all. Remember to, the more leaps you have, By the way, you have a single target with Consume Magic, a single target to spell. I also have Imprison, which is my CC. Like I said, when you pop CCs, especially in the middle of a fight like that, they're going to be broken almost immediately. But you can use them as a temporary interrupt. So you CC them and it stops them from casting. So even though it's going to be broken almost immediately, you can still CC them and stop them if you don't have your actual interrupt waiting. Aggro on that dude, jump in here. Build up my Fury because I have Breathe on them. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Oh, those guys. Take that bubble off that dude. Stop his casting. Pop my cooldowns because I'm about to die. And take away all their shields. I'm trying to tap target this person throwing rocks at me. Didn't want to do it. Tap targeting is really having a hard time here. Double jump. Ooh, got breath. Just to get rid of those shields a little bit. This guy needs to come down a bit more. He's getting bolstered through the roof. Always go after the highest target on bolstering. Prison that guy. He's dead. Glaive. Glaive throw. Really? Oh. So the first boss in here is going to open up all these prison cells and release all these dudes, so they're just doing it preemptively. You don't usually have to. It's usually pretty easy to just gather up everything and kill them that way, but it's all good. Let's pop a bunch of cooldowns. He's going to try to cast Fear in a second here. We're going to interrupt it. This, you just need to line of sight.
Come on, boys. Show them why this is our block.
That explosive's going to go off. He does this. This is just a transition of phases here. I don't know why I did demon spikes there. Was not needed. Usually you don't want to interrupt that on hierarchies. You want to just let him cast because it'll because of reasons. Oh no. Not good. Line of sight. We're gonna go demonic. Don't have to. We're not really in a lot of danger here, but I like to be overly prepared, and I don't really need to manage my cooldowns in here. Like I said, I really overgear. Oh yeah, see, got multiple dead. Sight that. This is what happened to the others. His partner jumps on you and stuns you for a very long time and does a ton of damage. I'm not going to survive this. Doesn't matter. He's dead.
No, I'll never go back to that cell. Never!
That's why you don't interrupt him, by the way. If you interrupt him, his buddy will start doing that. Jumping on people, stunning them. Where am I? Where am I going? Jumping on them, stunning them for a long period of time, and if you don't get the... Oh, I guess we're just right here. No handcuffs. Handcuffs silences people. It's a very bad thing. You don't want it happening. I'm actually gonna sit down. That riot shield makes him damn near immune to damage sometimes, especially on higher keys. To stop it, you just need to stun him or CC him somehow. They're rushing on ahead. I'm a demon hunter. I can catch up pretty fast. No. No. Breathe. We're gonna silence him because he's gonna try to cast again. Yep. There it went. They weren't on him at the beginning, but they're on these orbs now. I'm really glad that they realized. This guy's gonna try to handcuff somebody. Right? Yep. Like that. And then he's gonna try to do his riot shield. And I can stop that. Just CC him for a second. Easy. Not in there. It was freaking. Do not handcuff somebody. And riot shield. Stop that. Ah, damn it. We're gonna pull them all together. That'll interrupt everything. There's a barrel about to explode over there. You got aggro on everything, man. This is not good. I mean, it's good that we have aggro. I meant we aggro a lot of mobs. Pretty all over everything. Silence hit sigil. We're gonna pop our trinket. Take a bit of damage right now. Bolstering also increases the damage they do, so you gotta be real careful. Mobs that originally you didn't really care about, weren't doing much, will suddenly start beating your face in. Like they're doing now. I'm actually gonna pop my big coolies just to make sure I live. They'll be off cooldown by the time we need them for a boss. I'm okay with that. She's gonna try to handcuff. Nope. And then she's gonna do her riot shield. And stop. It's okay that we didn't take them down at the same time when there's only two, because he's only bolstered once, which is damn near nothing. Alright. No, right here. I'm trying to tap target to the guy standing right directly in front of me. Tap targeting seems to have been on the fritz lately. No handcuffs. And you're gonna die before you riot shield. Oh! I leaped over to kill the dude, and the Death Knight death gripped him. do the thing again.
Stand ready, men! They're coming! Check your fire! I'm looking at you, Flamecaster! If any of these Azurite munitions explode, we'll all be...
So basically the way the cannons work is you can do a ton of damage with the cannons, but as soon as you start firing on them with the cannons, they're all going to run down here. So if you have anything that can slow them, like a slowing totem or Frost Nova, you know, whatever, you can launch it out there. So I was throwing sigils out, not just to grab aggro, but also to slow them down, to give the guy in the cannon a bit more of a chance to do some damage to him. You know, sigil chains, tried to pull them all together, so on and so forth. So I'm going to tank in this corner, so what you want to do is you want to make sure you move the barrel out of the corner.
It's time to turn up the heat!
This chick does a lot of crazy stuff, but the main thing is that she has all these barrels. Barrels will explode, and if you haven't cleared them out sufficiently, they can easily one-shot your group. So you want to have a safe area to stand in. See? So we have a safe area in this corner because we moved the barrels. If they forget to move the barrels, if they fail to continue to do so, like that, then we could be in trouble. Oh, see, the Shadow Priest is over there moving the barrels for us. That's really good. Okay, so she moved them over there, so we're going to go over here. Okay. Don't want to move. She's casting there. Now she's moving. So we're going to go back to this corner. So yeah, as long as you avoid her Cinder Flame like that and get out of the barrels. Oh my god, this is going to be so bad. Just kill her. Oh, thank god. Oh, AMZ. Nice. We'll go over that when we do the DK at some point. So yeah, it's really important that someone is on barrel duty. You can even have multiple people, especially... No. See, he was going to do that AoE, so I just CC'd him for a split second. Completely stopped it. The CC immediately broke, but that's not the point. These guys are going to try to cast. Oh. Uninterruptible. Okay. There's the interrupted one.
Beware.
Oh, nope, nope. Shoot. Went back in too soon.
Beware.
Throw glaive. Like I said, it's not a lot of damage. So the mobs up here, they're out of cannon range, so what you do is you just run up and aggro them so they are in cannon range. If you get hit by the cannon, it will kill you.
Beware.
No. Guy's still fierce. Oop. I don't have an interrupt for that. So yeah, that's why you want to pull the mobs so that the guy on the cannon can DPS them and throw out slows and whatnot, but you don't personally want to be where the cannon's hitting, because it will absolutely devastate you. So we gotta wait for this priest. So this fight here, the more you move, the more you take a stacking debuff, and if you take too many stacks, you take a ton of damage and you're stunned, and it's really bad. So you actually need to move as little as possible. Is the priest here? Yeah, priest is here. So we're gonna taunt him and jump into this corner. He also does firing zones. You'll see him on the ground soon. He also does the AoE around people. You don't want to be grouped up too much. Those right there, you want to make sure you're in the spaces in between the fire blast zones. So try not to move as much as you can, but with little movement, do that. You can actually cheat as a Vengeance Demon Hunter. You can use your leap instead. It's not technically movement. Go demonic, just because I can. He also does a large bullet fire on one person. Oh shoot. Yeah, I was in the wrong spot. Didn't matter. He also, yeah, see that? That's going to hit that guy. I can block it. Anybody can block it, but it's usually better if the tank does it because, well, obvious reasons. The simple brand. We're going to just use all our cooldowns. Because why not? Do this. Take the damage. Boom. Done. Easy life. Easy game. Cool. So as I said, it's a pretty easy rotation, and because it's such an easy rotation, you can focus on a lot of other things, which is advantageous. Let's
release our asset.
see if we got anything. We got a 110 belt. Heat. Dude, do you not want this belt? Did he? No, I guess not. Okay. It's fine. Cool. Cool. But yeah, so that's the Vengeance Demon Hunter. I used all my abilities. You can see if you're doing a harder dungeon, obviously you got to space out your cooldowns and use them at more appropriate times and whatnot. But since I overgeared the place so much, I'm able to just pop everything and just kind of go to town. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.